The topic this week is the appropriate balance between relaxing and working hard. And I think all of us mortal humans struggle with it. And it's a ongoing challenge. On the one hand, we're trained to be puritanical and always active and always be doing something. And on the other hand, a great spiritual master says we should lay down and be like the lilies in the field and relax and not spin and toil. And how on earth do we find the proper balance? Well, one way to find it is are you tired? Are you worn out? Are you depressed? Are you at your wit's end? Are you burned out? Are you wrung out and strung out? Are you sad? Are you worried? Are you aggravated? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then somehow we're missing the balance, and we're all human, and we all feel those feelings from time to time. So I guess the answer might be, and why it is that we meditate, is that when we're aligned, we burn up way less energy and we struggle way less. Life is far easier when we're aligned. I would think that if we were stuck in a maze and we didn't know where we were going or what the prize was, there'd be so many wrong turns, there'd be so much extra effort involved that we would simply burn ourselves out. We would age ourselves prematurely. And yet, if we could see where we were going, if we had guidance, if we had an internal inspiration that was intuitively whispering inside of us every single day, which were the right turns and which were the wrong turns, if we were actually connected to the internal guidance system like the one in our car that was constantly giving us information of where it is that we're going and was gently and friendfully reminding us when we were making a wrong turn and to make a U-turn at the next legal intersection. Think of how much less energy we would burn up in the process of living. We would still be actively moving, but we wouldn't be turning down wrong corners. And I say that in a trite way, but we can make mistakes in our lives and decisions that are unguided or misaligned that might take a year or 2 years or 5 years or 40 years to correct. And we can always correct those and we can always get back on the beam. But as we get back on the beam, we recognize that it's just so much better to act from alignment rather than misalignment. And of course, alignment comes from daily practice, alignment, connection, tuning in, tapping in, getting that daily guidance and that daily intuitive sixth sense whispering of where we're going is a practice. And without it, we simply are liable to make a series of endless mistakes and burn ourselves out. So congratulations on being a meditator. When you are a sailor, there's a couple ways to sail. You don't have a sail up at all, and then you're really going nowhere. And then you can put up a couple of sails, but if you're misaligned, if the wind is not at your back, you're constantly tacking. One direction is easy and one direction is hard, and it's a lot of effort to move that thing side to side. But when we're aligned and the wind is directly behind us and moving us forward, life is so much easier, and we're fully and freely engaged in life. And there's not a question of whether I should relax or work. It's simply I'm engaged in the flow of life. And I think that's where we're all headed. And hopefully by aligning and remembering, we'll gain some more momentum. All right. We'll talk more about it tomorrow.